Hi, hello, and welcome. I'm definitely not Vlad, and you're watching the Mastering All Roles series, where we're currently working on Ranged DPS. In this series, we get the character to 2k rating, earning the Keystone Master achievement. Before we get started, I'd like to remind you that you can vote for what role I play next. Will it be Melee DPS, or will it be Healer? At the time of recording, Healer is in the lead by a solid 8%, but that's nothing that a few votes won't change, so make sure you go down and vote. The link is at the top of the description. You can also choose which spec I play for either Healer or Melee DPS. Links are near the top of the description. Check out the links in the description and keep voting. For the spec, you can keep voting every single day until I lock in the vote. Currently, it is neck and neck between Prez Evoker and Discipline Priest, so if you have a favorite one way or the other, make sure you go vote. But yes, with that out of the way, I can get away from these kestrels and focus on what's next. And what's next is probably a +7 commentary of some dungeon I haven't commentated yet, and I don't even know what that is anymore. I think in the previous dungeon, or in the previous video, we had commentated through a City of Threads, and it was an interesting one. So I'm going to look for a Siege of Borealis or a Stone Vault. I'm just going to get right into that. While I'm looking for that, actually let's make it 6 to 7. While I'm looking for that, I'm going to do some upgrades to my gear because I just realized I have a bunch of these unopened Valor Stone thingies, and I have a few Valor Stones of my own along with a bunch of Ruined Harbinger crests, so I should be able to upgrade quite a few things. Upgrade this weapon, that's for sure the priority. Then maybe the chest piece. Chest, helmet, shoulders I think would be the best. Actually, no, chest, pants, head, shoulders. I'm going to open all of these bad boys up and just use up all of these flight stones. It's not a ridiculous amount or anything. And there we go. We got invited into the 6th siege. That's wonderful. I'm going to upgrade these pantaloons. Then I'm going to upgrade these, the chest piece and the helmet, like I said. And we're out of flight stones. God dang it. Okay, well, doesn't matter. I do have 10 of these Radiant Echoes, and I think I might actually put those to use and get a bunch of flight stones that way, but not quite sure just yet. But yeah, if this group doesn't form relatively quickly, I'm going to try and switch to another one because I'd prefer to do a 7 rather than a 6, but we'll see what ends up happening. I'll talk to you once we're actually in a dungeon. All right, time to get yelled at by Solid Death. And there she goes, and she gets cut off. Favorite dungeon, just for that, because Talia here yells immediately. All right, we're going to be sending all of our cooldowns here. We're also going to send our stun totem. Hold on now. Oh my god, I really needed a warm-up dungeon now that I'm looking at it. This could have been disastrous, and it could have probably been a lot better too. Shattering Bellow is going out, so I gotta make sure not to actually cast. Okay, we blasted the bejesus out of these mobs. I like that. That was nice. This pull, I dropped the stun totem right off the bat. This pull is super scary. Like, it is actually really scary for the tank. Because of the gutters, I believe, they put like a bleed dot on them. Ooh, that was scary as well. We got yoinked in right as the frontal was landing. If that could have been desynced a bit... Oh, gotta stop casting. Shattering Bellow is going off. If that could have been desynced a bit, that would have been amazing, but that's not really up to the tank, really. It depends on the patrol, right? We could have waited for the patrol, but that feels pretty bad, so it's, you know, hard to really make a judgment call there. It's not that scary. Most of the time you can just avoid it because the frontal cast is quite long. All right. We are running. Now here we'll see if the tank wants to skip or not. I'm assuming they don't want to skip. They might want to just fight these mobs because the Shredder does a lot of damage, as you can see. We're going to drop another stun totem over there. We're going to wait up here for this to take care of it. And that is all of them. We're going to knock them all up. Beautiful. What am I coming back to? Okay, I'm coming back to a yoink. We're going to put a focus on the Wave Shaper. Just got to make sure that we live here. We're going to kick that thing. That thing puts a shield on someone, which, when broken, does a AoE stun. So you got to make sure you don't let that shield go through. There's a bomber over there. We got to make sure not to pull that enforcer. I'm just going to ping warning here on that guy. Okay, there we go. Because I really don't want people to pull that enforcer. I'm looking to DPS down this bomber. What we could do is we could make sure to, whatchamacallits, line of sight him, and that could get us all to actually move this guy. Maybe. Like if I stand here, nah, I'm just gonna I'm just going to zap him to the face. There we go. He took a lava burst to the dome. I'm going to try and... Well, actually, I'm going to send my Ascendants again. Why not? We have grippy hands coming in, so the Wave Shaper is being gripped in. I'm saving my kick for when the Wave Shaper does the thingy with the stuff. What's it called? That shield, but the Rogue was also looking for it, so I kind of wasted it. I don't want to send my Stormkeeper on this. I'm going to drop my Stun Totem on all of those. That should be taken care of. Beautiful Stun Totem. Took care of all of it. We're going to send Stormkeeper on this. Again, looking at the Wave Shaper for interrupts. Raider will be yoinking us in here in a second. I have an update to my stupid add-on, so all of these little icons are visible again. And what I have to do is I have to go delete the, whatchamacallit. I have to delete a plugin file so that Bigwigs doesn't show me these stupid bars, because yeah, otherwise I have to go to every individual thing in Bigwigs and make sure, like, hey, don't show me this on nameplates. And that's stupid. I shouldn't have to do that. I'm gonna Bloodlust, okay. This guy asked me to Bloodlust. I'm not a huge fan of that. I'm gonna try and avoid this. I'm gonna use my cast while moving button. I'm gonna take care of this powder shot first, because the powder shot is actually the only source of damage. We're trying to get to the closest one of these swirlies. If you didn't know, that's unfortunate we weren't able to get there. I'm going to move again in case it's me. I'm going to reposition. It is me. We managed to get him into the stun. Now I'm going to send all of my cooldowns, because now is when you deal extra damage, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't actually ever confirmed if it is extra damage or not, but yeah. I'm going to knock up 2 of these and kick one of them. We only got 5 orbs. That boss is very scary right now. Okay, I need to spend some of this Maelstrom. I'm going to drop the Earthquake once he's standing still. I got to move out of these swirlies. I am hitting the Cleaver for some reason. Why did it switch to the Cleaver? I didn't want to switch to the Cleaver.
Only the strongest.
Oh, the bomb went off. Oh no, I wasn't even looking for the bomb. Heavy Ordnance, 2.5 million. That is rough. I'm going to reincarn and send all my cooldowns here. That should help us with healing as well. Pinging here so that we can see these bombs. You might get double bombed here. My goodness, that was such a derp out. There's so many bombs though. Why are there 4 more bombs? What the heck is going on? But he should be dead soon, so it doesn't really matter all that much. That is crazy though. So we sent a CR and I used my reincarn. Oh, it's on me again. Jesus Christ. I wasn't pre-positioning for this. This is something you can do as and it doesn't matter, he'll be dead before anything happens. I'm just using these instant casts. I got so flabbergasted by the the bomb going off and killing me. I was not ready for that. That is my bad. We're gonna go ahead and kill that. We're gonna drop a stun totem on these guys. We're pulling some extra stuff to the side. We're gonna decurse. I'm trying to get away from everyone else so that they don't get hit by the dot. I can't decurse you again, friends, so we're just gonna hope that isn't an issue. Looking for a kick. I'm going to knock this up. I don't want that shield to go through. I can purge it if necessary, but I'd rather not have to deal with it at all. Okay, no purge necessary. I'm trying to get away from this circle, but I'm stuck on this stupid post, and if I move out of the post, like to the side, I'll go back into it. So I decided to just sit there floundering and jumping up and down like a weirdo. Okay, very quick with the trash. Trash is dying at a record pace. We're going to send some of these frost shocks. I'm just going to spam the frost shock, really. I feel like that's an okay call right here, because it didn't have anything else to really send. Again, kick wave shapers, decurse the tank when you can. It's very important if you have a decurse to decurse the tank, because it's a stacking, basically damage resistance debuff. So like you just take extra damage, or it's a damage taken debuff. All right, I'm gonna put this down in case the tank wants to run forward. He's using his little horsey. I don't know if it buffs his movement speed while he's on the horsey. He opted not to bubble. He just man moded it and ran forward. I don't think I should send Ascendants on this pack, really, even though I should. I'm going to send Ascendants on this pack just because the spotter's annoying. I don't want to send Earthquakes on him because he will start running around. Yeah, see, he'll start doing that, and then you can't really do much. We're going to use our Elemental Blast that we can proc, decurse our tank as soon as possible. There we go. There's 2 curse plates, so there's 2 stacks, so that was good. I think we might be a little bit over percent. We do have shrouds, so we might be able to skip the snipers and powder shots later on in the dungeon, which is going to be wonderful. I'm still so out of it from getting blown up by the ordnance. I usually keep an eye on that, but I guess I'm not used to the range perspective where I had the kite, so I spent all of my 2 brain cells on the on the... Oh, no. Please let me leave. Oh, God. Okay, I managed to get out. Now we're going to decurse the tank again. Again, just make sure you decurse whenever you can. We're going to drop a stun totem. I'm going to have to purge here, probably. Purging both of the mobs, even though I don't... Like, I don't know if it managed to get cast or not, so I just safety purged. Usually my nameplates do a good job of showing me whether or not something needs to be purged, but this time they did not. We're going to go ahead and focus on the spotter here because it's going to be very annoying to deal with the little zones. Tank kind of just moved on top of me. We're going to decurse the tank at 2 stacks. There we go. I think I just tried to kick the spotter like a dum-dum, but that's okay. We're going to use our Stormkeeper here. Want to use that on cooldown because you can reduce its cooldown by using lightning damage spells or nature damage spells. Actually, I think it's chain lightning and lightning bolt specifically. I'm still tunneling the spotter, even though it's single target in an AoE situation. I feel like I'm doing something beneficial because he usually runs off and does his own thing, and that can be a little bit annoying. All right, we're ready for Lockwood, so we're going to go ahead and drop some earthquakes on her. I have Ascendance ready. I think I'm just going to send it. I'm going to ascend it. Somebody made that joke already. I can't remember who it was, but it was a good joke. It actually made me laugh. I'm going to drop my Absorb Totem. I'm going to step into this green circle because I don't want to be that guy that ignores the Shaman's circle of healing goodness. I just used an Earthquake like a dum-dum. I did also send my Absorb Totem. I don't know if I pointed that out. Here, you can stand for 2 circles to drop and then move. So when I see this thing gone, that's when I'll move. You don't have to move every time it comes out. You only have to move every other circle because you have enough time to move out of it. If you've played Freehold in Season 2 Dragonflight, you know this. Well, I don't know if you know this, but you should probably know it. Okay, and we're gonna send this. I hit an Earth Shock because, oh goodness, these are scary. I hit an Earth Shock because I wanted to send nature damage because I wanted to proc my thingy. By thingy, I mean my Ice Fury. Oh goodness. By the way, just a note, this has an invisible wall. Be very, very careful when you're doing stuff over there. I'm going to jump into. Oh, that was maybe a bad idea. I jumped in this direction to get into the Healy Circle of Goodness. I guess we have this for Fiery Ricochet. What does it do? Fire damage. Okay, that Absorb actually does something. That's very nice. I'm going to Stormkeeper when the ads come, which is here in a second. I really don't want to spend any Maelstrom just yet. I'm going to Earth Shock this guy, Stormkeeper while he lands, and then immediately drop the Earthquake. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and knock up these last ones. Beautiful. Looking for a place without a swirly, which is a rare sight indeed, apparently. Holy shit, that was very scary. I'm terrified because I died to those swirlies a lot. I mean, a lot. This is safe, right? I'm safe here. Oh, not even close, baby. That was so scary. I almost pooped myself. I've soiled my britches. Actually, britches is pants. That means I'm not wearing underwear. I'm going commando under the britches. That's interesting. Thought you'd want to know. I don't know. What am I even commentating about? Sorry, it's still very early in the morning. I think I had like 5 hours of sleep, so my commentary may not be up to snuff. All right, I just moved, instinctively just moved, and it did it again. Here, I'll wait for the second one before I move. There we go. Tank might opt to run forward. We'll see what happens. I'll give him some movement speed because, oh, he's actually mounted, so never mind. He didn't need that movement speed. He did proc his cheat death, though. That was kind of scary. Let's see, what does he pull? He pulls the Demolisher. Does he want to pull the rest of it? It does not seem like it, so we're just going to kick that. Never mind, he does want to pull the rest of it. We're going to send Ascendance on this because it's pretty strong. I do have some healing coming in for the group now because I will be able to do... let me kick that. Oh, goodness, I kicked that last second, I think. Going to drop a Stun Totem, hopefully take care of a bunch of these orbs. Not all of them. That's unfortunate. Spent some of my Maelstrom. I was focusing on the orbs a bit too much. We keep letting quite a few orbs go through, which is unfortunate, but what can you do? I was gonna say I did poor damage there. I could have done a lot more damage if I wasn't looking at the orbs for the entirety of that fight. Looks like we don't want to deal with this. I'm gonna drop a shield totem here just to make sure that I'm nice and safe from this. We are pulling more. I'm going to start spamming Chain Lightning. Choking Waters is coming through. I want to make sure that gets interrupted because it's a silence. I don't want to have to deal with silences. And drop this Tempest. Send a lot of damage here. I had quite a bit of damage ready for this. That's nice. Crushing Slam coming through again. I feel relatively safe, so I'm not going to send anything into it. Oh, okay. The guy died mid-cast of his shit, so that kind of worked out. Unfortunately, don't have the Spell Disease here, so I can't really do much for our healer to help them out. Of course, I have an Ascendance proc. half a second before we move on to the next mobs. Hopefully I don't steal aggro from the tank here because I'm about to blast the bejesus out of this mob. I'm going to drop my elemental because I think we need a bit of extra damage here. It's not bad to send here. All right, I'm going to move forward, try and take care of these. Okay, never mind. I'm going to eat a shitty banana. Okay, somebody did take care of it. That's good. We're going to kick this silence again because it might be cast on the tank or the healer, which would be very, very deadly for us. I didn't catch who it was being cast on. I just reflex interrupted it. That silence is very, very deadly. There's also a debuff on the tank that is a disease, which looks slightly different. It's like a puking face instead of just the poison from the stinky vomit that is on me currently. Crowd. There we go. Ooh, okay. It worked all.
I simply wish you had lasted.
I just got my my face rearranged because somebody wanted to go touch them while we were shrouding past them. Oh boy, okay, I'm coming. I'm on my way. We could have shrouded just past them, especially with the extra pull that I think we had a little bit of an extra pull earlier, but it'll all work out. Here it's important to stay behind the snipers. The snipers will hurt you. They will focus you if you whatchamacallits, if you just walk up in front of them. So if only the tank is in front of him, only the tank will get shot. And if it's the tank being shot, it doesn't really matter. All right. He says we have plenty of time. I still don't like dying. You're going to drop a stun totem on those. That should take care of all of them. There we go. Beautiful. The 2-second delay means you can send it as soon as you see them. I'm going to use my big defensive here because this thing hurts like hell. Even on fortified, even on tyrannical, it still hurts like hell. I have this bad habit of sending flame shock onto targets that don't have it. Sending lava burst on targets that don't have flame shock is what I wanted to say. I'm going to send Ascendance here. I have 2-minute Ascendance, so I don't feel bad doing that. I have shield totem. I'm going to use that this time around. And now we drop earthquakes on this dude. We're going to go ahead and kick him. We still have some Tempest to send out. We have a lot of Damagio here. I have also a bad habit of not using my Maelstrom as much as I should. I just wait for days before I send my Maelstrom. We're going to go ahead and take care of this guy. Drop our Earthquake. Don't drop the That is an ancient reference to the time of Vine. We do have a Poison Cleansing Totem in case we need that for our tank. We're just going to go ahead and use it. I almost wasted my kick there using it on nothing. Why am I casting Lava Burst on this many targets? I do not know. We're going to go ahead and interrupt that shield cast. Nobody's going to kick this, so we're going to start purging the mobs themselves. I'm going to knock this up because apparently nobody else knows what to do when those orbs show up. I'm a little scared of that. We don't have another poison cleansing totem for our friend here, so he's going to have to kind of fend for himself. He is a paladin, so he could just dispel it himself, but apparently that's not a thing they want to do, so they're going to sit there with a bunch of stacks of poison. I'm going to send Lust on this bad boy because it's inefficient, I think. Oh, I just made a boo-boo. I should not have been standing there. That's going to prevent us from making full use of this. Like, we can't get all the way up to the corner right there, but that's okay. We're gonna make it work. Sorry, fellas, my bad. I feel yeah, okay, well, luckily it was we were already here, so it didn't matter too much. Once this is gone, we're gonna go ahead and jump over. Probably should have dropped a speedy move totem for my friends here. All of these swirlies coming down on top of the statue is not ideal, but we'll make it work. I'll drop a stun totem right here. That should take care of all of them right as they spawn in. I'll kick the last one and move back to the boss. Now we have all of our cooldowns available. We're probably gonna have to move sometime soon. No, there's another breakwater coming before this, so it doesn't matter. But yes, we're blasting the bejesus out of the boss here. I'm going to drop a defensive here just to make sure that I'm a little bit healthier. It doesn't matter. If you don't get one shot by that, it really doesn't matter if you use a defensive or not. Because there's no other damage events unless you stand in the frontal. And if you stand in the frontal, you're pretty cooked either way, so it doesn't really matter. And I'm going to drop a speed move totem for our friends here. That should make it quite easy to get over to the other side. I'm going to move away towards the back in case the breakwater goes on me. It did, but unfortunately it doesn't make a difference because there were other people that were standing on top of that anyway. It shouldn't be too big of an issue. These should thaw away by the time we have to move to that spot again. We will see though. Still just blasting the bejesus out of the boss. Trying to make use of my Echoes of the Great Sundering. But yeah, if these don't one-shot you, it doesn't matter because there's no other damage events. And my ascension is complete. We're going to go ahead and drop totem here. We do have to stand in front of it, but it looks like everything is dead. I'm just going to knock this up in the last possible second so we maybe keep the buff for a little bit into the boss fight. We are in combat, but it doesn't matter because the gate isn't up yet. There we go. I'm going to be nice and safe because I've eaten shit one too many times running down these and getting killed by the swirlies. All of these other guys can go ahead and jump down to it. I'm just going to chill over here, and I'm going to send my lovely, lovely Stormkeeper right off the bat here. Yep, we're getting started. I'm going to make sure I move over to the side. I'm going to stand over here in the green circle of goodness. Oh, I'm hoping that this is a safe spot. It looks like it might be a safe spot. It is a safe spot. I'm going to step back into the green Healy circle of goodness, also known as efflorescence. And I'm going to send my Ascendants. And my totem just came up right as I look down at my cooldowns. My goodness, not ideal. But at least here I can send the Earthquake every time because of the... Ooh, I need to move away. I can send Earthquake whenever I have it because... Unless the mob's about to die. Because they don't move. Their tentacles, they're stuck. They're not going to move. I'm going to Speedy Wolf my way out of there. Yes, it's called Speedy Wolf, not Ghost Wolf. It's just not a ghost at all. It's not a ghost. I'm not dead, so it's not Ghost Wolf. Them's the facts, yo. Switching over to this side. Just got to make sure I'm not stacking on top of my friend here. Just, I want to be in the green Healy circle, but I don't want to whatchamacallits. Don't want to have to deal with knocking up my friend here. One of the orbs did go through. It looks like this person is going to stay back. I'm going to drop a shield totem, make sure that I don't have an issue with that. Tank is getting punished pretty bad. There's not much I can do to help the tank, unfortunately. I don't have any kind of external to send on them or anything like that. I'm not a healer, so I don't have externals. Although paladins don't have to be healers to use their externals, so that's weird. Anyway, waters are on me. It looks like the healer might want to cleanse themselves, so I'm going to go ahead and use my defensive here. It lasts for quite a while. We're using some CRs. Groups having a bit of a struggle. Okay, we're looking a little bit more stable now. We've taken care of the dispels. Tank is being dispelled. I have nothing left. I'm going to use my Earth Elemental just to make myself a little bit beefier. Tank has been dispelled instead of me, which is an interesting choice. Probably just a reflex from the healer. We're going to drop a stun totem on these bad boys, trying to finish off the terror. I can't even target it. I was targeting the boss and couldn't reach it, and I was like, why is the freaking tentacle out of range? Okay, we're gonna send Ascendants maybe? No, I'm not gonna send Ascendants on this. I'm gonna send Ascendants once we get over to the other tentacle, because this will be the last Ascendants of the dungeon. Absolutely stomping this key though. This Assassination Rogue is the lowest item level person. I should point out the group. Here we go. Usually I point this out at the start, but now it's you know, a bit late. All right, we're gonna give people water walking. Never mind. I don't have any more defensives left, man. I'm gonna spam heals into myself. Yeah, there we go. I really need you to dispel me. I guess they don't have Omni CD, so they don't see. Who does and does not have a defensive? I'm gonna ping myself over here in case they want to CR me. They might be saving it for a healer or the tank, because the tank's been pretty shaky on this fight. I did get a CR. I think I'm safe to take this. I'm gonna try and stand in the Healy circle. I have absolutely everything. I'm gonna jump over here, drop my stun totem on top of these, Stormkeeper, Elemental, and Ascendants, and we're gonna blast here for the last slammy tentacle that we have to face. That is the terror gone, and we're going to move on to the other terror. I'm trying to stay close so that I can stand in this, but I don't want to crowd the melee because it is already crowded in melee. We have the tank and 2 melee. The rogue used his... no, he didn't use his cloak. How did he not knock up anyone? That's interesting. Okay, cool. We made it through. We blasted through it. We do get a 2-star, which is very cool. Somebody has to use that cannon. I want to go get my loot. There's the cannon. There's the loot. Give me something good, baby. Give me something good. I don't even know if there's anything good for me in this dungeon, but I want something. A fractured spark. Very good. God, I wish this actually gave me some kind of meaningful amount of Valor Stones. 150, is it 115? Yeah, 115 Valor Stones. That's just sad. Hit the group with a macro. If you guys want to see yourself play for a bit, you can check out Definitely Not Vlad on YouTube. Vid will be out later today. I didn't do great this run. I think my DPS is subpar, but it's hard to do much DPS when the mobs die as quick as they do. See you around. Druid says they will check it out. That's awesome. But yeah, this rogue blasted, and Assassination Rogue is apparently something that we could be playing. So I should probably take note of what this person's doing. A lot of Envenom damage. Curious about the boss fight specifically. Let's see here. Oh, I actually did more on this fight. That's weird. Probably because they couldn't re-stealth for a bunch of times and they only had like 1 vanish. I think they only had 1 vanish. They didn't run double vanish. So it might be rough for them to try and get their Stalker's Mark back up. Do they run? Yeah, they do Death Stalker's Mark. I think the other one is a non-option for assassination. Okay, what about this boss? Yeah, look at that. A lot of envenom damage. Garrote second. Garrote doing more damage than Kingsbane. Is that expected? I think it's because they can't get their full duration of Kingsbane up and pump it full of damage because the boss jumps away too soon. Never mind, this is not the jump away boss. This is just the giant. That's interesting. Shouldn't Kingsbane be higher up than Garrote? I guess maybe not, depending on how many times you can use it in a fight. It was a 2 minute and 5 second fight. So I think their second Kingsbane got cut short. So that's probably why. Why am I analyzing this? I'm just excited about maybe potentially playing Assassination Rogue. I actually really that's my favorite rogue spec. I just think it's the coolest. I like the idea of making everything around me bleed, but that is for the next series potentially. This, I guess, is a good time to segue in. You can go and vote for what I play, which spec I play for melee DPS and for healer. Healer is very close. At the time of recording, I think it's still tied between Preservation of Evoker and Discipline Priest. So if you like either of those more than the other, make sure you go vote. For melee, I think it's very close between Survival Hunter and Assassination Rogue. So make sure you go and vote if you prefer one or the other of those. You can also vote for which role I play next. So do I play melee DPS or a healer? Healer currently seems to be the winner, but make sure you go and vote. You could possibly change that if you want to. I don't know. I'm not your dad. Do you want to? Act on your intentions. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it for this episode. If you enjoyed it, drop a like. Let me know what you liked about it in a comment down below. If you had fun, make sure you subscribe because there's more episodes coming. And if you're feeling particularly generous, you can become a channel member. Channel members have guaranteed replays to their comments, and they get nice little shout outs at the beginning of episodes. But as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.